Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you and peace out to the rest of you. The blackest hearted, blackest minded, blackest man on social media, signing, blacking, and shining again, asking you to hit the mother cuss word share button because the message is more important than the messenger. What I'm seeing in a particular Facebook group to which O'Shea Duke Jackson has referred, to which we both belong on Facebook, are these recurring ads by these ladies on some site, and it's pretty much always the same thing. This is my personality, take it or leave it. Don't waste my time. I'm a trail bitch. I got an attitude. I'm down to earth, fun loving. I got this many kids and this many on the way, and they're my everything. So we a package deal. And don't even say nothing to me if you're under this. If you're just looking to hit it, if you under 6 feet tall. And what they do is they come on with this attitude as if to say, I'm rejecting you before you can reject me. And it's only a special man that's still going to swipe right. You mean special ed man that's going to swipe right. That's what you mean. So I'm seeing this again and again, and this is what I was talking about. This is why I told my son, you are not to approach Western women. I know you're grown, but don't do it. We already agreed you leave alone them white women for your own safety. But now I'm telling you, you can't even approach Western black women. See, my son's legally an adult, but you know what? 3 more years, the ones he knows are going to start becoming baby mamas. He knew them in high school. They can reach him. They're going to be trying to reach out to him. How you doing? And they're going to all be the ones. See, in 3 years, it ain't going to be that all the ones he knew from high school are going to have kids. But those are going to be the only ones that try to reach out to him or try to trade numbers with him if they come across him in their home city. He could come across 10 fine high school classmates of his in 3 more years. And 5 of them got kids. They're going to be the same 5 that want to trade numbers with him. And the 5 that ain't got kids yet ain't even going to ask him. That's just how it's going to work. Because my son, he's not below average. He's not subpar. As far as others are concerned, he's a normal man. Yeah, of course, to me, he's special. To his mother, he's special. But to others, he's a normal, on the good end of normal, but he's a normal man. However, that's enough for him to be treated like he's subpar and stuck with only that which they don't, stuck with only the options other men would not want for themselves. Being a stepdad before being a dad. Being a rescue man. A burden bearer. A responsible guy. The one, being the food. That's what's out there waiting on my son. I had to tell my son something else, and I want y'all to tell your sons, nephews, younger brothers, young men in your family. I want y'all to tell them about this, even before they're men. The born-again virgin, that born-again virgin is the worst insult to a man. And that's something I'm so glad that Kevin Samuels is talking about, telling these women, don't you get up here trying to deny the puss to the next man, and he knows you gave it up to the last man. And don't ask for more in exchange for that puss. That's not okay. It's not fine. It's not right. And you know what I would say? Absolutely. I, a practicing, praying 5 times a day Muslim, I'm telling you, even though you should not fornicate, and I never tell any of you to do it, you still should not let one of these ladies come along and raise the price of that punani on you. Got kids, ain't never been married, man. Shuck, that fit. Only reason you should even be talking to them, unless you are a man in the exact same position, the only reason you should be talking to them is to see if they're going to treat you the same way as they treat the baby daddy. It's the only reason. And when the answer comes out, no, they're not going to, treat you the same way that they're treating the baby daddy, then what you should be doing is bouncing. You should, once you know the answer to the question, you should bounce. Now let's say you're also a single dad. You were married. She was married. Or you were a single dad, you weren't married, and she wasn't married. And you now have had a moral change of heart for moral reasons, religious reasons, and y'all are in the same boat. That's a different story. Hopefully y'all met through a church where this would be understood. But see, look, what happens when you're single and you're childless? And you scrolling through these dating websites, and that's all the F you see. If they're within a so-called decent age difference from you, that's all the F there is. Well, see, that's what's going to be out there. And that's why I've been telling y'all, like I told my son, stop approaching these Western ladies. Because the thing is, you'll find some that ain't had no babies, or they don't have it on their profile, and they're gonna be the ones they're gonna realize you take them kids off the profile, ninjas are starting to swipe right. They're gonna realize that. So some of them will stop mentioning their kids. They're gonna try to hook you in and then tell you, well, I got kids. And you don't have any. They're gonna keep on trying this mess. They're never gonna stop it. And some love to try that born again virgin thing. And I still want to know, if this is one example, I'm still trying to figure out, did Russell Wilson tell Sierra, we not having sex till we get married? Or did she say this to Russell? Because if she said it to Russell, he should have been doubly insulted and called it quits right then and there. Even though he should have thought that way and felt the way because he's Christian himself. What he should have said was, wait a minute, I actually agree with you. But what I don't appreciate is you feeling the need to tell me this as if to try to close some door and raise your self-worth. You still ain't nothing but 50 cents jump off and futures. Even if you was dating them for a while, you didn't say this to them. Everybody knows it. You don't say this to me, even if I was in agreement. And that's how you brothers need to be. Hebrew Israelite, Christian, or Muslim. If you don't believe in fornication, but you do believe in marriage, hopefully not in front of one of the state governments, then you have not just the right, but it is incumbent upon you to say to the so-called born again virgin that y'all ain't, you make that clear. Listen, I do respect you, but we're not doing this till we get married. And as a matter of fact, I'm not trying to be alone with you in seclusion till we get married. And you let her know. Matter of fact, you know what? Don't even let her know. Don't say, look, it's nothing against you. It's just the rules. And I plan to follow them because I rely on the one I'm trying to obey to bless me and bless us. So I'd like to give him a good reason to do it. You know what? Don't even say that to her, even though that should be the reason. Don't even tell her that. If she takes offense because she knows you fornicated before, she's not offended about anything except the fact that you have told her that she has to wait and exercise patience another woman didn't. And you'll see, she can't take that kind of insult in many cases. Why should you as a man, why should we even leave alone any man who can tolerate that? We should be out here telling other brothers, lacing them up and letting them know, look, man, even if you with that program, do not let them be the ones to impose the program on you. Because that's a slap in the face to your manhood. You tell a lady that you're not slapping her womanhood in the face. You're not saying to her, oh, I'll never have sex with you ever, and you're not my type. You're not saying that. When she says that to you, she's saying you are not her type. You're the food. Now, even though I do think that Sierra's not going to leave Russell, because she comes from a two-parent home and she's going to try to give some stability a chance. That seems to be something she really wants. The fact is, what she wanted was for Future or 50 Cent to do what Russell is doing. That's what she was looking for. And if she had found it, she would have lost interest. But that's what she's looking for. And I want you all to keep that in mind. I don't want y'all to forget that for a second. And we need to lace up these young cats and let them know what's going on from jump so that there won't be an adult Russell Wilson, poor, broke, or rich, or anything in between. Because this is insulting. Entirely too insulting. And men should be upset. Even when they are on that program, they should be upset that someone comes along and tells this to them. I, as a Muslim, what I do not do, I'm a practicing Muslim. If I start to discuss marriage with a lady and she feels the need to say, I'm not the type to do anything outside of marriage. She feels the need to tell me that first. I'm like, I know. I mean, you shouldn't be. But because you had to say it, we're done. You and I will not be doing anything at all because we're not getting married. What do you mean? Well, I mean, this goes without saying. If you felt the need to say that, then you're just getting some kind of power kick off of it, some kind of power trip. And if you have never done something like that with another man before, even if you haven't, the fact that you felt the need to say this to me, I mean, it's like you're getting some kind of rush from it. I know, because see, there's no need to say that. We're Muslim. We already understand the program. And I'm not trying to break it. But now here you are feeling the need to say it. You're not just clarifying it. You're not just getting it out the way. You're not just making sure that I'm on the same program. You're power tripping. That's what it is. And if I say, okay, and then we finally do get married, you're not going to want to screw me anyway. So, yeah, we're going to push that off. We're going to push that off to the side. You and I, we ain't tying the knot. Tell your family hello for me. And your dad and your brother still welcome to come meet me for dinner anytime they want to. Peace out. Assalamu alaikum. That's how you got to do it. Because there's no other way to maintain frame, if you want to call it that, and still practice chastity. The only way to do that, to maintain what they perceive as masculine frame and practice chastity, is for you to be the one that is calm and collected about that, and to either make it plain first, or you bounce as soon as they feel the need to say, and you like, I'm gone. I mean, your program's right, but this is understood. It's like telling me, listen, in our religion, 1 + 1 = 2, and I just want to make sure you agree with that. It's like saying that. You let them know they don't get to power trip on you. This is important that these young cats know this. Don't ever take the insults from the born again virgin. Now, if you're an unchaste man, you already know what to do. If you're going to be unchaste, you're going to do it without me telling you. I ain't going to tell you to do that and to be that, but you already understand as well that you should not let them say that. You can say to them, no. See, I know you made bad decisions with other men, and if you're not going to make equally bad decisions to my advantage, you're useless and you're insulting as hell. Because see, these are the same women that'll sit up and say, wait a minute, let me get this straight. You was married to this B and you bought her house and now you can't buy me no house. Well, I spent the money buying that house and she ran off and left. I don't have the money to buy a house. They'll look at you and say, so you used up then. You used up and I'm just getting what's left. I'm gone, bye. Even if there's nothing else out there waiting on them, they'll do that just out of pride. That's why I say to my son, I'm saying to you, do not even make approaches to the wicked witches of the West. Because most of them got higher body counts than you, no matter who you are. You are rare, and there are the few men that have the highest body counts, even higher than the women's, because they're the ones that all the women are sharing. So there are those men, but they're so rare, most of you listening can't possibly be that dude. And the funny thing is, some of you cats have been in environments where you became this guy, or you've been that dude for some length of time. And I mean, so it's actually more of you than I would have expected, because there are those of you who leave comments or hit me up on email or something and tell me, look, reason I'm in this space is because I'm the one with whom they cheated and I know they out there. There's one guy, I think he was a personal trainer, or he was just a weightlifter, one of the two. He was in the gym. And he said that what he found was that he could not find a profile of the woman that would not cheat on her husband with him. He couldn't find it. He couldn't find an age profile, religion profile. So he has no way to look and see, well, which woman's not going to cheat on me with some other dude if I marry her. Several of these cats in our space too. And as a matter of fact, they're the reason for the space, because they were the ones that came out when social media was started popping. They were the ones that came in the chat rooms and everything else, and later on started saying, wait a minute, hold up. So you mean to tell me that y'all are actually going through this? Oh, wow. You know what? Yeah. I mean, I'm with a lot of these ladies, man, and they phone ring and they get mad like, oh, it's just him. I don't want him. But if I call them, they answer. If I text them, they answer. So wait a minute, you mean to tell me y'all really are going through this and being treated this badly? Dang, man. And most of us were going through that, but the ones who were willing to talk about it were saying, well, yeah, but these are the things they're doing with us. This is what they're doing with us. This chick got kids. You know she's screwing. But she's trying to get me to babysit the kids, and she don't want to give me no trim. She want me to take care of them kids, but she don't want to give me no trim. And that's exactly what it is that created this space, so to speak. It's when the men with these opposite experiences begin to compare notes honestly and without hatred and rancor, and realize, hey, they were talking about the same ladies too. Same one playing nothing but games on one cat was steady calling the other one at 11 p.m. all the way up to 4 a.m. Hey, big head, WYD. You horny? And that's why I say, man, no, don't even make these approaches. Not in the West. Get off them sites, bruh, because you all have seen, you're putting it into the Facebook groups. I can see these screenshots. So I'm saying to the rest of the men, even if they ain't in that particular Facebook group, I'm saying to y'all, cut that mess out, man. Get off them dating sites, bruh. Get off of them. That's going to send a message. Dudes don't even get on the sites anymore. That will send a message. Even then, the ladies probably don't mind sharing the same few dudes. But if it ain't work, if you don't get on a site, put your profile up, and it changes your life and luck, fit the guck off. Yeah, they'll share the same few men, but you know what? They'll quickly run out of those men too. Because they're going to swipe left. And they're going to run out of the same few men. And they will then see with all proof and no doubt how they have been sharing the same few dinglings on the carousel. And when they say, well, I've already been through these cats, and I mean, sure, I wouldn't mind going back to some of them, but they're done with me. They're the ones that are done with me. They blocked me on this stuff. What gives? They would then understand, okay. And even then, it doesn't matter what they understand and what they don't. Because you will make it plain that you're not taking leftovers. You're not going to take from them the same leftovers they refuse to take from you if you were to let women use you up like this and go through all your resources and leave you with nothing. You already know. You let one chick run off with everything you earn, you no good to the next one. You understand that. And we need to start looking at they vajayjays and their wombs the same way. They are not renewable resources. So, I hope this helps. Thank you all for listening. Black Heart, Black Mind, Blackout, Assalamu Alaikum, and Black Heterosexual, Non-Select Male Power, Black Patriarchy. Both of these just because they don't like it, and no more born again virgins.